Can you guys hear the game? Can you guys hear everything? Oh, hit by the sickness. How is everybody? Soup, please give your soup. Actually, you know what? You can give soup, but it can't be too it can't be too hot because apparently it's bad for my mouth ulcers. Apparently it gives me inflammation. I don't know. I'm poisoned, guys. Help. 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 I'm sick. Isn't that crazy? Very Halloween vibes. Happy Halloween to those who celebrate. Yeah. Okay. Here's how this is gonna work. I'm gonna be playing Pokemon Za. Am I sick? Am I on that Za? We have no idea. And then if I feel poisoned, I will turn on poison. Thank you, Toby Fox, for that idea. But for now, I should be good. Shall we? Shall we do this? Shall we do this? Soup has been given, now I lurk. I love you. I love Soup. Thank you so much. The only thing, I think what I'm gonna do as well, guys, is I'm gonna move chat so you guys can see what's up with my Pokemon. I didn't realize that that would be a thing. So give me like 1 second. Hi, yes, Sikchi, thank you. I'm like, my voice is just so fucked right now. I'm so tempted to just put on a voice changer so I sound cute. You know what I mean? We're almost there, guys. Sen, hello. We're always streaming when I'm about to sleep. I'm not Australian, but that is really funny. That's actually really funny. You know what? Continue thinking I'm Australian. That's actually really funny. Implication that I really don't. Okay. Okay, this is good, right? This is good. Okay, guys. I will be looking at you guys, and then I will be looking... let's see. Yeah, there we go. This is probably better. You guys see, I have a new outfit. I didn't really do much since I logged off. I didn't like continue the story or whatever, but I did shop for cute clothes. Although, I will probably shop for a new bag, because my bag looks ugly, and then probably like new shoes. Also, I have a Fluffy now. That's my baby. That's my little baby. My little baby Fluffy. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So I've also explored most of the map. But as you can see, I only still have 6 wild zones. So we should be okay. I'm just gonna go shopping first. I think I found this really cool shopping place up here, and I was really happy to see it. I know, we need like an idle mic or something. It would be so cute. Anyway, let's go, let's go, let's go! So excited. Finally caught my first Rachie stream. Hello, I'm currently sick. Not poisoned yet, but we'll see. I want to shop for cute clothes. Hello, hello, welcome everyone trickling in. We're playing Pokemon. I'm pretty far behind, I think, in terms of like... Oh my god, this is actually also super cute. Oh man. It's so me, it's so me, it's so me, chat, it's so me. What? No, I like my current setup. I think this one is a little bit too mature. I'm more of a cutesy type, aren't I? I'm gonna make little Rachie a little smaller. Locked speech bubble. Yeah. Okay, so we're trying to look for cute shoes. I'll put myself here, and then so we can just shop better. Cepat sembuh Rachie, thank you. Emang lagi sakit nih, tau nggak? Kan hari ini Rachie ke dokter. Kemarin kan Rachie ke suster, ke UGD kan. Tapi kan akhirnya cuman di info saja. Terus si suster kan lihat tangan. Oh my god, I keep trying to say gua. I'm so sorry. I'm so Jakartan. Kan susternya mau lihat tangan gua. Terus habis itu dia lihat kayak ini kenapa ada kayak merah-merah gitu. There's like some rashes and stuff, and I was like, huh? Semuanya ada. Oh iya. And she's like, oh, jangan-jangan ini campak. I was like, campak? What the hell? Like, campak is German measles, by the way. And I'm just like, campak bukannya itu buat anak kecil. And she's just like, iya sih, tapi kayaknya dari tangan kamu itu kelihatannya kayak campak deh. Kalau bukan campak sih bisa kayak, she was like, rubella. I was just like, what the hell? Like, rubella? That's like MMR, right? Don't you get the vaccine for that? Oh, Leonidas, thanks so much for stopping by. And I was just like, okay, well, I guess it's campak. Kalau campak ya seharusnya sih aman ya di keluarga. Because everybody usually gets campak when they're younger. Tapi hari ini kan the doctor was coming. I visited the doctor. And she was just like, oh, actually, kayaknya ini bukan campak deh. Kayaknya kamu kena hand, foot, and mouth disease. I was just like, what? Like, seriously, hand, foot, and mouth disease? Like, don't children get that? And she's just like laughing. It's just like, oh my god. So yeah, conclusion, I'm baby. Sedih gak sih? Jadi tuh gak tahu itu kenapa ya. Kayak, adalah, ooh, these tights. These tights are super cute. Yeah, technically it should always be fine. Going to the ER is always nerve-wracking, but like, ya sudahlah, you know what I mean? Oh my god. Oh, my money is dwindling. I literally just got money and now it's going away. Ah! Coba di sini ada nggak sepatu? Nggak ada. Oh, this headband is so cute! But no, I'm not really a headband person. Coba deh. Ada yang lucu nggak? Nope. Oh, okay, this knit beanie is super cute, but not really. Nope. I thought it was nuts when you started to talk Indo. I thought it was English and I'm just sleepy. Oh, I'm so sorry. I heard from some people that my voice doesn't change too much between English and Indonesian, which is funny to me because I always think that it does sound very, very different, but oh well. Yaudahlah. Ooh, cute! They're like big Uggs. No, I should actually get like legit Uggs. Oh, hitam lucu. This black's pretty cute. I might just get these ones because these are cheap. Indo sounds cuter in your old covers. I sound like a white person trying to sing Indonesian in my old covers, and I'm pretty sure in my new covers I was trying to sing. Okay, you guys know I really like. Oh, lucu. Hey, lucu. Oh, thigh highs are so cute. Ah, lucu. Guys, should get like no. Harus putih nggak sih? Harus putih nggak sih? Oh, hitam lucu juga sih. It's like very striking when it's black. Oh, bagus. Sorry. Oh my god, these Mary Janes. Lucu banget. Ah, lucu. Oh, these purple ones are cute. I don't have enough money though. Oh my god. It generally sounds the same. Yay! Ematic, how are you? Don't call me that. I'm not that old. Ooh, okay, satchel. Lucu. I think I want like a round one though, like a round poofy one. I think I saw one somewhere here like a while back. Nggak inget yung mana. Wait, I want to see these thigh highs. Ah shit, okay, never mind. I'm gonna try murdering people and getting Pokemon. Hell yeah, good for you. What is this? Ooh, lucu! This pink one lucu sih. No, it's okay. Okay, and I don't need a haircut because my hair is already ballin'. Okay, no. Where are they really? Why are these so weird? Oh, actually, no, these are super duper cute. No, they're too much pattern. Rolling girl Indo cover when kalau ada liriknya sih boleh ya. I think when it comes to like Indonesian covers, the real like, oh ini lucu banget. Okay, ini lucu banget sih guys. Lucu banget gak sih yang ini? I think so, yang ini deh. Yeah, no money. Okay guys, I gotta get money. I'll be right back. I think the only thing that really like stops me really from like singing Indonesian covers is number one, the availability of the lyrics. Kayaknya udah nggak ada orang yang bikin kayak... Oh shit, 1 second. Hello guys, I'm so sorry my mom called. What was I gonna do? I forgot I was gonna sell. No, I have some adult responsibilities, but since I'm sick, like all I can really do is just WFH and like stay in my lane, you know. Sebenarnya sih kalau kayak gue balik juga ke kantor, bakal nularin semua orang gak sih? Like I know probably I should go back, tapi kayak gak enak gitu. Hello. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna shop. Mungkin di sini ada satchel lucu gitu. Sorry if I'm speaking Indonesian more. It's like in the daytime. Just feels right. Not really though. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I just wanna have fun playing cute video games, you know what I mean? Ooh, I could have like the slutty t-shirt. Ooh. I love these like wide neck. Oh, that's cute. But nope, I'm a skirt kind of girly. Ooh, socks and tights set. Itu lucu sih tadi. I'm just gonna spend all my money on clothes. I don't give a shit. I don't give a car. That's cute. But maybe I should save my money for later. One outfit at a time, right guys? I'm looking for a cute satchel. Cute. By daytime, an Indo-Sikh woman, by night, an Australian Sikh artist. That's so funny. That's the first Australian allegation I've gotten. Most people would say I'm American. Okay, let's do this. Oh, I just want to find a cute satchel. Is that so hard? Nah. Oh, no. Probably one of these, but... it's super cute. There was another, like, pearl-studded one that I really liked. Oh, actually, no. I want to see what their earrings they have. What earrings they have. Well, nope. Nope. That was a mistake. I just wasted time by going into the store just to look at their earrings. Okay, let's see what you have. No, it's too much for me. Ooh, the Uggs. The Uggs, guys. The Uggs could be extra cute. Okay, the lace-up shoes are also cute, but I don't really like the tan bottoms. Not a fan. Okay, let's keep going. Well, these are also super duper cute. Nope, not a big fan. I'm all good. Anyway, what have you guys been up to? I know this is like not usually the time that I stream, but I don't care at this point. You guys just have to deal with it. I can get gloves too. I think I've seen this one in other places. Ooh, this rap sport's cute. What's up, gamers? Bought some manga yesterday. That's fun. What kind of manga did you buy? Definitely not here. Oops, I got a raid. Oh my goodness. Hello. Aurora? Hello, fellow raiders. Welcome, welcome in. What were you guys playing just now? I wasn't checking. I wasn't looking. Can we get a shout out? Actually, I don't even have any mods in chat. 1 second. Shout out Aura VT. Welcome. Welcome, guys. Guys, please follow Aurora. That's awesome. What were you doing just now? Oh, you were also doing... you were also doing Pokemon ZA. Wait, what rank are you? I literally just started in this game. Welcome, Raiders. By the way, this is not when I usually stream, by the way, Raiders. But hi, I'm Rachie. I do... vocaloid covers in English, and then I'm fucking sick right now, so I'm really sorry. I'm in rank E. Oh, that's so fun. It seems like people are liking the game more and more the more it goes on, you know? So I'm really happy to see that. I was also crashing out trying to buy trying to catch a Delibird. Oh, I didn't know they had a Delibird in this game. That's fun. But that's what I like to hear. It's okay, you'll get it next time. Did you end up catching it in the end? Or not? You did? Yay! So happy for you. That's what I call persistence. Hashtag persistence. Truth nuke. I'm so sorry if I'm really dead, by the way, guys. I'm like legitimately sick. I'm working from home right now. Don't tell my employers. Ah, there it is. That's the satchel I want, but I already have a cute satchel. It was a pain to catch. Was it like a higher level or something? Or like was it just something else? Look at this! So cute! Oh, it's only in black. These triangle earrings are also super cute. Caught my own Delibird tonight too. That's awesome! I'm such a Pokemon addict that I beat the game in 24 hours. Are you okay, buddy? You good? That does sound pretty... That sounds pretty good, though. Happy for you. Oh, cute! Oh, guys. Okay, this is super cute. It's a rare spawn. It gets flustered and runs away quickly. I see. I had like a run-in with an Abra the other day, and I also felt the same way. But I'm so glad you were able to catch it. That just means maybe I'll be able to catch it too down the line. Dang. I'm gonna go try to find a Delibird then. But that's probably later down the line, right? I probably can't get it now. I have to do... I haven't even done any of like the Oh, 1 second. There's not a ton of good hiding spots either. I see, I see. Well, that's always fun. Okay, wait, I need... Okay, I need to do these things. Is it is in zone 12. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I don't have those yet. Oopsies. I'm still very much in the early stages of the game, guys. But it's okay. Maybe you guys can go on this little adventure with me from the start if you guys aren't bored. If you're bored though, just don't worry about it. I would be too. I haven't gone into zone 4 yet. I was waiting. I promised chat that I would play this on stream, so... I see. Oh. Oh no. The cemetery turning. Okay, we need to catch a Sableye. Okay, awesome. I do have free roam, and that's the most important thing. Because, like, I pretty much already got most of the places on the map, I think. Most of them. I wouldn't say all of them, but I did realize that whenever there's, like, a darker spot, that's where like a cafe or something is. So I've just been exploring, and it's just been really fun for me. Ooh, are these where all the ghost types? Oh, who sees me? Okay. Haha. Oh no, don't lick me. Ah, that's gross. Gross. Why did I use a heal ball? Whatever. Got it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, chat. They do be ghosts here. That's super duper cute, though. Haha, I got you. Oh shit. Abort. And there's just this little spew buffer for absolutely no reason. Okay. Oh, right. Got you. Thank you. Rest up, Aurora. Thank you so much for raiding. I appreciate it. Rest up. I'll try not to get possessed, but you never know when it comes to ghosts. Who sees me? This Ekans? I already got you, buddy. What the hell? I'm gonna stay far away like a good ranged player I usually am. I already have you. Get away from me, dude. Okay. More Ghastlies. I already got that one. Try a Great Ball or an Ultra Ball. That's true. I probably should. I just don't really like wasting resources. I'm like the kind of person that like... Oh, here it is. I'm the kind of person who's like, higher resources. Oh my god, it's a Sableye! Yeah, I'll take it on. What other Pokemon games have you played before? I played Diamond. I played a little bit of Emerald. I played I played most of the spin-offs too. I did like Mystery Dungeon. Did Pokemon Rangers. Of course I played all of the Switch mainline games except Arceus. I don't know why I haven't played Arceus yet. Craziest thing, right? Yeah, I played all of the 3DS ones. I played all of the DS ones too. The Ultra Ball. Yeah, you're right. I did catch it. This was probably a scripted catch, so it didn't matter anyway. Okay. I also really want to play Arceus as well. But I don't really have time to play games most of the time. Whenever I stream too, I never usually stream like games. I usually stream something else, so this is chat's way of trying to get me to stream a little bit more. That catch is 100% not scripted. Really? I'm surprised. Kitten that woke me up is just sitting on the desk trying to participate in my battle. Baby kitty. Okay, I'm missing like 2 things. I'm missing that Spupa, and I'm missing one other Pokemon. Okay, who got me? Buddy. Buddy, I will smash you. Okay, never mind. Ekon's weak too. I don't even remember anymore. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay. I'm not gonna do anything with you. You're annoying. What the hell? Yeah, you can't move as quickly anymore. Oh my god, I completely forgot. Immune to normal. Okay, I already got a Ghastly. I don't need another one. Ooh. Do I have any fire Pokemon? Suma, don't do that. Suma! Suma! Have any fire Pokemon? Anything with like fire. I think I did. Where is it though? Oh, here we go. I've always wondered if Pokemon are edible. You're a little weird. I respect that. Isn't that like a whole PETA thing though? They're just like, oh, don't do that to the Pokemon. Haha. Oh my god, no, this one! Litleo, you are so fucking useless. Okay, thank you. What do I want to level up? I love leveling up, like, I still haven't found an Eevee as well, which I really want because I want a little cute little Sylveon, but no, it is what it is. I'm gonna replace Bunnelby with Heracross. And maybe one of them only spawns at night. That's what people keep saying. I haven't gotten to the night portion yet, so excited. I'll do Sableye so that I can get something else. Oh my god, hi Game Bro Advance, hi. Okay, how do I teach it HMs again? Is it in Satchel? Do I teach them here? Gotta teach Rock Smash. Ugh. Ooh, you can learn Ice Fang? Welcome, Game Bro Advance. Welcome back, I should say. Always nice seeing you. What the hell? And I can choose change move, that's fair. What? Curse? I haven't used that move in a while. Okay, see you later, Magicana. Sorry, this is gonna be an absolute just like chill ass stream. I'm definitely not gonna do anything too crazy. I'm also not gonna get a Spupa most likely. Ugh. Okay, these Pokemon all see me, but I don't really want to deal with them right now. I just want to find this pupa and go. Oh my god, everything sees me. Annoying ass ghost types. Hey, Suma! Suma! Stop! Mozzarella. I'm pretty sure there are Pokemon that they do eat too. Like, I don't think they would show it in this, would they? Like, Pokemon are our friends. It's like eating a puppy. Ugh. That's fucked up. I love cheese too. Is Charizard seasoned food? That's a little bit, yeah, that's a question. What level does Totodile evolve again? I'm not so sure, to be honest with you. What the hell? What? Can I not? Huh? Then what? Huh? The fuck? That's fucked up. Fire types are harder to cook. That is such a morbid thing to think about. Hey, Suma! Nah! Alright, my dog keeps trying to bite the boxes behind me. 17 or 18 for Totodile. I guess I'll try to get it to evolve. You were... Okay, this lady was just mad just now that the Sableye took her ring, and now she's praising it for its good taste. Alright. Like, you do you, I guess, buddy. I guess. Holovator? Oh, is that a Hololive reference? Cool. Right. Yeah, I've already been using them. Probably level 18, seeing as my level 17 Totodile does not want to evolve yet. Bro. This tutorial city.
Don't remember being a sub before,
Oh my
but
god!
after realizing pretty much every one of your covers for the past year has been embedded in my main playlist, I am one. Thanks for non-stop bangers, Queen
That's so
Awooga March
sweet.
Sands.
Thank you so much. Oh, thanks for the sub and welcome to Awooga Nation. Whether you're a sub or not though, we do have a Discord and you can access it and talk in it regardless of whether or not you are a sub. So I hope you guys check it out and have fun. Oh, I already have a Cleffa though, don't I? Yeah. And I already have a Flabébé. Ooh, I don't have Beepin Sprout. No, I do have a Beepin Sprout. Nice. Okay. Oh, he's gonna keep looking at me. Oh, it's just a Pidgeotto. I have one of them. Are there any other... I forget. Where are the rest of them? Ah, here we go. That is true. That is true. The more I catch, the more research points. Oh, there we go. Here's our side quest guy. Okay. Oh. Oh wow. Seems scary. Fitting for Halloween. Okay. How do I turn on guidance for your request? Oh, okay. Isn't Shadowclaw ready to claim? I don't know. To be honest, I really haven't been paying attention to these research things. Doesn't really feel useful for a very casual player like me. Do not give a car. Raya Sumire, thank you so much for the raid. Hello, raiders. Oh my goodness. Metal raid. Hello, welcome. What were you guys doing just now? Hello. You guys were doing just chatting just now. Was it fun? Oh my god, you have such a cute little... You were doing League? Oh, alright. I don't know if we can be friends. I was gonna shout you out, but like... There. Welcome, readers! Yeah, I'm Rachie. I'm a Vocaloid cover artist. I do stuff in English, but I also stream sometimes, so hello. This isn't my usual stream time either, by the way. I just happen to be very, 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 very sick. So, I'm just chilling. I'm really just Jay chilling. They did a duet with a male version of their thing at the start, though. Oh, that's awesome. So I guess not. Okay, finally caught that Abra. Jesus. I guess not that cringe. Okay, maybe I'm okay with that. Maybe we can be friends. That should be okay. Sorry, I really enjoy exploring in this game. It's just so fun. How's my day going? I love your music so much. That's so sweet. Thank you. My day is going okay. I'm just sick. Not really feeling that well, so... I don't know. Oh my god, it is an evil Bunnelby. What the hell? It's huge. What? What? Thank you. I hope I feel better soon too. That's very sweet of you, Dennis. Thank you. Alpha Bunnelby. Oh shit, it's strong too. Oh Jesus. Maybe I should get something else out. Oh shit. I guess I'll catch that thing. Huh, they're introducing Arceus. I see. They're a little creepy. In some region whose name I forgot. Ah, alphas. Huh. You were right. It's in Arceus. Somewhere in Sinnoh. Long time ago. Hisui, yeah! Yippee! I did it, guys! Now I can continue with the goddamn story. Yay! Max HP, good IVs, and a special move each. I see! Oh, that's pretty cool. I do have a Discord. I have a public Discord server. Anybody can join. Emma's so cute, by the way. Oh, I forgot. We have a friend slash rival. It reminds me of the Gen 4 rival, honestly. Just cute and blonde. Pink with mental illness. Love that. Okay, let's keep playing. Yay! Now now that I'm stylish, I don't mind showing my face. Okay, yeah, I know all about Pokemon evolution. Okay, I know that. It's called Mega Evolution. Probably. Yeah, everyone knows that. We all know what a Mega Evolution is! Ah, I'm not a kid! Whatever. I'll entertain you guys because I'm so beautiful and pretty and nice. Do they not have public security? I don't know. I don't know why they don't have public security or anything. I guess they just let the kids run free. He's so cute! Oh, you too, Ghost Cod King. Thanks for coming. What are new ground types? Oh damn, you thunder waved the shit out of me, I guess. I don't even remember what other Pokemon I have. It's all being covered by like no phone. Oh, I won. Okay, doesn't matter. Hey Crimson, welcome! That's the first time I've been able to catch a rachie stream. Don't get used to it. I don't usually stream at this time. The only reason I'm streaming now is because I'm sick. I get to work from home. I have no other responsibilities except work and Pokemon. Oh, Ampharos! Hello, my little baby! I had a Mega Evolved Ampharos in X and Y too, if I'm not mistaken. Mega Evolution time! Yay! Oh, it's still the same animation too. Cute! Cute! Look at him! Aww! Cute! Yay! This is so... I became a Pokemon addict in 2013 when I got my first Pokemon game, and I watched every episode of Pokemon except the Paldea series. Ooh! That's right. Wait, actually. Sorry, let me turn my... There we go. That's probably better, right? Paldea... Yeah. I never really watched the anime at all, actually, when I was younger, so I don't really know what it entails, but yeah. Yippee! I still haven't played Pokemon Beyond the TCG. Oh, I used to play the TCG as a kid. It was fun. Pokemon is really nice, I think. Ooh. Oh damn, why do I keep fighting these like adults? I'm a kid. Shouldn't they pit me against kids too? Yay! Alright guys. Guess we good for now. I am gonna try to do all of the side quests though while I can. I think that's pretty fun. Where was it? It was originally all on Netflix. Oh, I didn't know that actually. That's pretty cool. What'd they do? Why'd they do away with it? That seems like a shame. I guess Netflix is always changing this kind of stuff though. It's just always a shame. I'll be here forever? Oh no. Oh, it's so cute. Would ZA be a decent jump on the point for the franchise, or should I start earlier? ZA is definitely different than a lot of other games in the franchise, I would say, because even the Pokemon like battle system is turn-based. But I think so far, if you want to jump into Pokemon, I think any game will do, to be honest. Yeah. I don't think you even need to know ZA to be able to enjoy this game, because I don't remember ZA at all. Sorry, I don't remember X and Y at all, and like ZA is just pretty fun for me. What other Pokemon do I have? How about I rock smash you, buddy? A pin missile you, buddy. Yeah. Oh. Another one. Alright. He's so cute. Oh yeah, Chespin was a Kalos starter. You're right. He's inky. He is so inky. Oh. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Maybe when I get paid, I'll pick up ZA and I'll see how I feel about it. I mean, it really depends how you want to experience Pokemon, because most Pokemon games are turn-based, so... And this one obviously isn't, right? Oh, it's so cute. I wanna be friends. Oh, Pidgeotto. I'm gonna let everybody get a spin. Oh, that's right. Not to. Oh, this one too. That's fine. I'll let everybody have a spin. Here we go. Persona is my favorite game of all time, so I fuck with turn-based. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, most Pokemon games are turn-based, so if you enjoy turn-based, you maybe might enjoy some of the older Pokemon games. Hello, welcome! I'm also new at Pokemon, but my first dip into the game is via Cobblemon. Really? Huh. Interesting. There we go. I got a free chest spin. Yippee! Cutie! I do like this way in which you meet new Pokemon in this. I think it is very cute. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, Pokemon Arceus is based off of Sinnoh? Is it? Yippee! Okay, let's battle. Yeah, let's battle, dude. Ooh. Pidge on Pidge action. Yeah. Yeah. What are you sending out next? Emoga! Oh shit, I forgot. I'm like half effective. I don't think I have anything that's like super effective though against these guys. The starters in this game. Starters in this game, there is Totodile, Pepig, and Chikorita. I think. No, it's not on Spotify. I can't put it on there. Okay, time to wrap up your break. Totodile means it. Yeah, Totodile's so cute too. This guy was just slacking. He's just like me for real, for real. Dittos. Oh, I love Altaria. Okay, one of my favorite. Ooh, we get to evolve Totodile. One of my favorite. Okay, when I put together, I remember when I was 15, I put together a list of Pokemon I really, really wanted to have on my team. And Ampharos was there. Ooh, Crocodile. Hello, little Flintstone. I had Altaria there as well, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure I had Spiritomb on there too. Oh, I can find a Spiritomb. I already have Scatterbugs. Emolga. Hello. Oh, no more Ultra Balls, I guess. They are pretty comfy, actually. Oh, this thing is stronger than me. I'm weak. Ah. Come on. Maybe I should put in a luxury ball. Ooh, nope, I got it. Yay, Emolga! Nice. Okay. Relax time. Yippee! Wow. Just imagine being able to climb to the roofs of things. That's what I call fun. It is electric. Yeah, Pokemon games for me are very comfy. I never like felt the pressure to like do good and do this and do that. I think I was always the type of person as well whenever I played Pokemon games to just be like, oh yeah, I just want one Pokemon that's like super strong and I don't really care what happens. Cause like I don't play competitively, right? It doesn't really matter. I don't even play against people in general, so I do not give a car. Do not give a flying car. As long as I'm having fun, that's all that matters. Oh no, the sun will be setting soon. Where am I supposed to go then? Eh? Okay. Guys, what am I supposed to do when the sun is about to set? Do I just chill with it? Or like, what do I do? For me, this is already plenty fun, so... Oh no. I don't think I have a good team comp. I might have to redo my team comp. Okay, but what are the d-d-d-d-d-d-s gonna do? Useless. I can hunt for night spawns. I beat everyone up for their tokens. Okay, that sounds fun. Is there like... Are there any places that are recommended for me to go to as like a beginner, or does it not matter? Oh my god, it's an alpha Kakuna! Why though? Like, for what? Doesn't really matter? Okay. It's time, guys. What do we get again if we're good at the ZA Royale? Okay. Sure, I can go. And then there was also some other wild zones I wanted to go to, right? That only spawn at night. Just a pat rat? Really? Okay, Ghastly, pat rats. Any other Pokemon that I haven't seen that spawn? Oh shit. Yeah, I'm good. Oh, there it is! Honedge! Okay, let's fight, buddy. I'll bring out my Pokemon. Bring out your best ones, too. Oops. Brought out the wrong one. Oh, okay. Yay! Okay, gotta run. Run, 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 run! That's awesome. The spawns depend on if you have that zone unlocked and the battles are in the battle zones. So you get money and ticket points, I see. Okay, let's try this out, guys. You ready? Let's go. Nice. Okay, rank Z. Oh man, I feel like I'm beating up children, guys. Oh shit, there's a lot of things I have to defeat. Let's go, guys. Nice. Advantage. Hey, Catter. What's up? Come on, buddy. Oh, I thought that said Hayden, like he said his own name instead of just Harden. Oh, okay, little Hayden. I need to wait for Wild Zone 18 to open. Okay, that's good to know. Yay. I don't think I have any grass type moves that I can use. Flying type moves. Okay, I can do that. Oops, that's not flying. That's dragon type. Haha. Was not paying attention. Man, I really am beating like just school children, aren't I? This is so sad. Okay, see you later, Nadius. Thanks for coming. Okay, let's see what else I can do, guys. Bugging people with a rat, hell yeah. Shit. He sorta sees me. He's coming, he's coming. Ah, shit, he got me. Okay, whatever. Oh, Pidgey. Die. If they think they can fight, then they're valid targets. Fair, 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 fair. These are weak ass Pokemon for realsies, though. Whatever. Everyone that's fighting me is like so weak, you know? Okay, one sec. Ah! This bitch really saw me. Die. I'm so bad at sneaking around. Another one? Man. Alright. He really does go hard. This is so sad. Yeah, sure. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. Okay, I regret calling you a bitch. Sorry. Finally. Oh, that was his only poke. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's so sad. I got my challenger's ticket too. Oh, before I go. I think I defeated all of them too in here. I'm good. Now that I am good, I shall go here. The Blue Plaza. I'm gonna be rank X soon, guys. That's Elon's rank. Dang, this busy office girl. All right, same here, girl. Yeah, me too. Doesn't Paris already have a marathon? Oh, I can farm them for money. I didn't know that. Go Pidgeotto. annoying. Get out of my way. Yay! Fainted! Oh, it's a swirly. Yay! Okay, but 2 of your Pokemon are already down. Plus, that's super effective, so I don't really know, man. Like, if you wanted to win, maybe you should have brought out the big guns? But I guess you don't have any big guns. Because you just run marathons. And keep grinding, you can get tons of points and they keep respawning after you beat it. Oh, I see. You know what? I respect that, girl. Yay! Yippee! Rank X. And of course, my mentally ill boyfriend is here. That was just bullying. It's not bullying if I'm just better. Oh, I didn't know I couldn't explore again after that. That sucks. Aw, that's cute. Again, I think this game would be so much better with like voice acting, but whatever. Hey Einstein, hi! Ow, my tongue. No, my tongue still hurts. I see. So this is how you farm. Okay. I see. I should probably just defeat more, get more medals and defeat more trainers. Okay, okay. That's good to know. That's how it works. Yeah, Game Freak actually might be allergic, honestly. Did I sleep in those clothes? Girl, do I not have pajamas? Why did you join Team MZ? Hello, here from YouTube. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome, Jesse. I'm a little sick. So, okay, I can't look like a simp. But yeah. Did I buy any pajamas? No, but I thought, I mean, it's a hotel. Don't hotels usually give you pajamas and stuff? No? Alright. I didn't know you streamed until like 2 minutes ago. That's fair. I don't usually stream around this time either, so this is... don't get used to it. Okay, time to battle. I think Naveen will like beat me into the ground, right? Not in most Western hotels. Okay, that's fair. In most Asian hotels, yeah, they do. They at least give you like a nice little robe. Yeah, sleeping in a bathrobe is like the best thing in a hotel, and you sleep like horizontal on the bed. You wake up, you have no idea what time is it. You have no idea where you are. It's honestly the best. I think we should just go on vacation, guys. That'd be nice. Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, let's go. Is it nearing the funny Santa day? You mean Mariah Carey spawn? All 59 of us should be able to fit into a bed. I promise. Die. Ooh, should I go out with Sableye too? I forgot. Not effective at all. Man, this guy's locked me in. Oh, I forgot. What's effective against Sableye again? And this guy's scary. Die, Sableye. It's so peem. Yes, I did see Nudie! Fairy and only fairy. I didn't know that! Oh, the more you know. Oh my god, Scraggy with his little baggy pants. I love him. So cute. Damn, this guy's scary. I'm really happy. I love Insane in the Rain ever since like I was younger, so it's really nice to see that he's doing good. Also, if I look like I'm looking up, it's because I'm leaning back here. Let me just... Here we go. This is probably better. Nope, I still look like I'm looking up. My bad, guys. Okay. I see. Oh. Oh. Poor guy. Oh. Oh. I love Naveen, my little son. My son. Stream ping at 3 AM is PK Neo. I'm sick. Okay, my next match. Alright, he sort of looks like a character. When can I update my portrait, guys? When can I update my portrait? Okay, so oh, I see what the loop is. I actually don't mind this at all. Hi, sick girl, go ass, thank you. Character, let's just say that. I do like how, you know what, I had a lot, I was seeing, before this game launched, I was seeing a lot of people be like, oh, this is bad, this is weird, like this game sucks, but then playing it, like it has so much love in it. I'm pretty happy. I thought it was gonna be bad, but maybe I listen to Doomers too much. Oh, it's time to go to Cafe Soleil. Ayo! Ayo, sayang! Eh, kita kemana, say? Oh, down there. Okay, okay, okay. My bad, my bad. Yeah, 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 yeah! Don't run! Yeah. There we go. People are so doomy about this game. Yeah, and I don't know why. It's almost like people just don't like change. Which I can understand, you know, if you don't like change. Like, that's one thing, I guess. But like, I don't know. After you see the game, like, wouldn't you change your mind? What were the complaints about the game? They said that everything looked ugly. And they were saying that the rank system was useless. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Spider-Bite. Aww. Aww. Guys, I want one. Guys, I want one. You're so cute. Okay, the other thing I really like about this game so far is just they really treat the Pokemon like your friends. Like they're actually lived in this world. Like they're real companions, you know? I feel like in other games it wasn't to this extent, so I'm really happy. Hmm. So cute. I think this game has a lot of charm. I don't know what you're talking about. The map is pretty big and it's easy to get lost in. Cute. Maybe Pokemon diversity is probably something that can be complained about, but even then, like, this is fun. It's very fun. Oh my god, it's the thing that turns into the chandelier. Yeah, to be fair, for a multi-million-dollar franchise and they don't have voice acting yet, I can understand. But, yeah. Flabibi! Oh shit. Fuck, I don't have that many Flabibis yet. Oh, 1 second, my mom's calling again. Okay, hello, I'm back. I'm back and I look like I just keep looking up. Oh my god, she's calling again. Okay, I'm back, guys. Yeah, I don't think I can do that one anytime soon. Each Flubbibi counts separately. Okay, yep, doing it later. Skiddo. Okay, I don't have a Skiddo as well. Oh no, I do have a Skiddo. Oh, you wanted in my party. Okay. The way I see it, whether if people glaze it to heck or if people think the game is hot-ass garbo, then it's their own opinion and bias. Yeah, I guess so. I probably should stop listening to people, honestly. Aww. They're like, can I have a few leaves off of your Skiddo? So cute. Aww. Oh, Luchu. Oh, oh, that's cute. Avery Scarlet, welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. Hi. What were you guys doing just now? Oh man, okay. Welcome. Let me just shout out. No mods here. We're going back to the basics, guys, when I was a tiny ass streamer. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for the raid. What are you guys up to just now? Guys, please follow Avery. You're doing just chatting just now? We're playing Pokemon. Oh. Hello there, youngster. I thought you was following you the whole time. No, don't worry about it. Thank you so much for following me. Yeah, hi readers. I'm Rachie. I do Vocaloid covers in English, but now I'm just playing Pokemon because I'm sick and I'm at home, and honestly I feel a little bit poisoned, so activating the poison. Oh, okay. A Budju show. Okay, we can do that. Oh, you were playing Project Zomboid. I see, I see. And I'm a poison fairy trainer. Just as I was always meant to be, guys. Yeah, the thing is, I don't even have the flu. Everybody else has the flu. Everyone has a fever. I have fucking hand, foot, and mouth disease? What am I, 5? So confused. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you. The most annoying thing, I think, is that my tongue just really hurts. I have a lot of ulcers on it. And because of that, apparently I'm not allowed to drink hot water or drink hot soups. And I'm really sad. You want something from me? Oh, sure. Okay, let's fight. Are you able to yeah, I can taste things. It's just I have a lot of ulcers. It just hurts. I have ulcers on my neck, on my throat, and then on my tongue. Why do I look green? I'm sick. I'm poisoned. Ooh, bloop, 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 bloop. Poison. Bloop, 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 bloop. Am I also supposed to go into the wild zones, guys? I'm just having fun doing all the side quests and shit. Oh. Die. Oh shit, I saw a mosquito in my party. Forgot. I think I'll also have to replace some of Swirlix's moves. Draining Kiss is so strong. Oh my god, Crow, hello! Welcome to stream. The whistle, the android ringtone, oh my god, what was it? That one? That's so funny. I should do as many as I can. There's 119 of them, I see. And 42 main missions, okay. I have a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun doing side quests and other stuff, so this is great for me. I need like the poison sound effect, I swear. Okay, let's go into Wild Zone after this. I don't know what the people want, but I'll give the people what they need. A Subaru. This game's actually pretty fun. It's so chill. I don't have to do anything if I don't want to. And if I want to, I can do everything. What the hell? Ooh, I don't have a Steel Ghost yet. I do. I don't know if this covers everything, but... I don't have a... I do like having my Sableye though. Do you wanna trade Evolve your Swirlix into Swirlpuff? I would love to at some point. Maybe we can play. Actually, no. My Pokemon are so weak right now. Do not kill me, guys. The stream is good, cozy vibes. Oh! One sec, guys. Speaking of good, cozy vibes. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It's the Weeping Bell. It's the Bell Sprout. Okay, okay. Gimme, gimme, gimme. What the hell? Alright, buddy. Yeah, maybe not that one. Ah! That's right, that's right. Oh shit, it's level 25. Ah! It's gonna kill me! Oh, actually. Oh shit. Ah, this thing's so fucking scary. Gust. Oh my god, it's so strong. Pidgey, you got this. You got this. Don't die! My baby! Oh, okay. My baby. Ah! Ah, my baby! Don't kill her! What was the most effective so far? Can I just throw a ball at it? Oh my god. Okay, we safe, guys. That's so funny. Me just screaming, my baby! Do I want a free shiny? I think I'm okay. You could probably offer it to somebody else in chat though. Maybe somebody else would want it. I use this specific Bellsprout on my team. It's a fighter. I see, that's good. I do have nothing good onto poison. That's very true. What's usually good for poison, guys? Can I know? Oh. Yeah, it's 4 AM for you, maybe, Flick. It's like 3 PM for me. Go to sleep. Ground or psychic is good. Okay, psychic and ground. Alright. Ooh, I don't really have a ground. I mean, I have bug and fighting. Ooh, you right. Okay, I have Pancham, but I sort of don't like that. I don't have any ground Pokemon yet either. That's crazy. Defeating a grass type with a water type is a power move. That's the Rachie magic. I'm just saying. Sakul, hello! Abra, that's true, Abra is psychic. I was sort of hoping we could do like Metacham or something. But yeah, you're right. Maybe I can evolve my Abra. Oh, my Abra can evolve into a Kadabra. Just woke up. Hey, welcome. Steel is immune to poison. Oh, that's true. Oh my god, it's so funny with the stupid little spoon and the womb tattoo. One trade away from Alakazam for realsies though. And then if I wanted to, I could have used my Honedge. My Honedge is so good. I love Honedge. Do they have Tinkaton here? Yeah, I think I'm good with this wild zone for now. Slumlan, hello! Welcome. I definitely butchered that, but you know what, at this point, yeah. Ooh, a Starmie. Or is that a Staryu? It's a Staryu. This one is a Apom, I think. Aegislash is also bad at this game. Oh, bad. Okay. See you later, Flick. Thanks for dropping in at least. Go sleep. Suma kenapa? Yeah. Sorry. I'm like consistently debuffed right now. Ooh. Remind me again how night works in this game too, chat. Does like night end when I say it ends, or does night end only when I battle the Pokemon rank up thing? Star you and star me in French dub? No, I have not. No. Poor Fennekin. No. Okay, we gotta go, chat. We gotta go take care of the Fennekin. I can't do this. The poor guy. I hope this is a free Fennekin. I want a Tepig though. Also, I want a mount. It ends after an X amount of time outside or a battle pass or story happens, I see. Oh my god! Hi, baby! Yeah! Anything is free if you're sneaky enough, you're not wrong. Are you the herbalist? Oh, a revitalizing twig. Okay, okay, time to go back to Wild Zone 5, guys. Yeehaw! Kenapa? Oh. You can get a Tepig at the end of the game in Wild Zone 20. I can't wait for my Tepig. Or is anybody willing to trade me a Tepig for something else? Tepig! Looks like Medites are in Wild Zone 6. Thank you. Oh, di atas. Wait, kalau di atas, what am I gonna do? Can I go above? Is there stairs? Mau gimana ya? Oh really? I didn't know that. So you can go into night instantly. I guess that's a speedrun strat. I know night's falling over the city, but I need to get up on top. Gimana ini? Have you ever thought of— oh my god, I'm not fluent enough in my native language to be able to think of that. I know it's called my native language and stuff, but like I'm not really native at all. Oh shit. Okay, yo guys. Let's do it. Okay guys, how are we gonna do this? Okay, it's here this time. We ready to fight everything and just get lots of money or what? This is really fun. I do like this Pokemon game.
He sees me! Ah, fuck!
You just die.
So useless. Dude, bro!
I do love a good Magikarp, but bro, that can't be your strategy. Come on. Well, I would, actually. Oh, thank you. Okay, I regret calling you. Okay, you're nice. You're nice. It's always the nice people that has like the shittiest strategies. Why haven't I been here before? Why are there so many medals on the ground? Got it. That's right, Binacle. Fuck you. Oh shit. Okay. Wrong one. What are you throwing out next, girly? Ooh. Wait. This is what we were talking about. This is what we're talking about. Guys, we did it. You guys are so cool. Thank you. Knock out opponents using... I only joined this thing because I was a bit curious. No, I'm in this to win. Fuck you. You don't even have anything nice to offer me, lady. Just get out while you still can. I don't have any fire type moves. Or any grass type moves. Ah! I want to knock this guy out with like quick attack. Okay, I knocked out someone using quick attack. Cool. Oh, Pichu! Hello, Pichu! Fuck you. Pokemon now puts in the narrative that France is the most likely place for you to get jumped. Guys, the friend that I said had a birthday today got jumped in France too, so like, you not wrong. That's true. Fire or grass in their memory pool. I'll actually take a look at that. Let me see. Let me see if they have any cool moves. I forgot. I wanted to teach it some HMs or some shit. Why do they call it satchel now? That's funny. Okay, protect. Everyone can learn protect though. You're not special. Swift, okay. Swift is a pretty good move too, to be fair. No one can learn Fire Fang yet. Okay, I don't have enough TMs to be good, guys. Oh, hey, my man. Welcome. You just saw the live ping. It's okay. I did not, easy posture check. Oh, sorry. I got a posture check right here, guys. I have good posture, I promise. Oh, it's Ashburn. Die. Yay. Eevee. Okay, I can knock out using flying type. That's easy enough. Oh. Shit, she's gonna see me. I'm usually live closer to midnight, I know, but I'm sick. So I might as well. instead of being unproductive, you know, guys? Haha, very funny, Viral. I don't even know if I've reached the next one yet. I can check though. Oh, nice. Oh, maybe I can get Giga Drain on Abra. Where? Where? Nope. Nice. I don't think of anything but the grind. Why would you think I would grind? Why would do anything but grind? Okay, what's next? What are you doing behind the fence? Do you think that it is gonna give you an advantage or something? There we go, victory. Why would I think of anything but the grind, guys? Oops, I forgot to roll. Got it. But I cannot go up from here. What a shame. What'd you guys say? Does this guy just not see a Pokemon out of the way to like fight their whatever? Oh shit. There we go. Yeah, happy Merry Halloween, guys. Oh my god, Nudie, are you still thinking of Summer Song? You know what? That's so fair. Yes, keep thinking about Summer Song. I'm pretty sure Mio would like that. He would love to know that other people are thinking of him. Immediately knock out unaware opponents with your first blow. I would love to do that. Do you think there are any opponents on the roof, guys? Or am I just tripping? It's Pat Rat week too. Ah, that's so funny. I just went around. Oh no. I don't think anybody's even heard of my cover of Summer Song, to be honest, Flick. Actually no, Mai. Usually I do. I do keep them till endgame, but we'll see how I wanna do this. This guy has to write an incident report for his loss. My god, he can't believe he's battling on the clock, guys. Guys, he's just like me, guys. Guys. Oh. Axel! Haha! Yes! Surely! Die. Yes. These guys are tanky. Inhaling talak angin as we speak. Good luck. Okay. Where else? I need to fight all the trainers, guys. You don't understand. Now that I know, the more you fight, the more you get. Like, I'm so, like, hyped. Oh, shit! Guys, I was seated! Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. Chest been fainted. There's an attractive dark type option coming up soon. Is that so? Oh shit! Yep. It's okay, either way. Oh, I defeated a W rank Pokemon. Well, fuck you too, dude. Yay, let's go. What's Beedrill weak against? Ugh, I wish I had fire in my... I'm so, like, basic. Damn. Nope. Nope. Yes! Oh my god. Yeah. I really need to stop beating up little kids, but it's so fun to beat up children. You know what I mean, guys? I think everybody knows how I feel. Yeah, your partner's been with you, but your partner's so fucking weak, dude. Like, what do you want me to do? Oh shit, fighting, huh? Oh shit. Hey, Swiss. Oh shit, I've never seen a Digger's V before. Oh shit, my cadaver died! That's so funny. Fuck you. Guy really did not see me. That's so funny. Okay, should I maybe like fight? Should I maybe go to my W match? Wherever that is. Where's my match, guys? Oh no. I'm lost. Guys, where's my match? Thank you, Swiss. Oh, okay, there it is. A grade schooler? Here, huh? I'm blind, so thanks for telling me, guys. Ah, Pikachu! Halo, sayang. Kamu gede banget. Okay. So it's in the academy? They want me to go in a school and beat up a child inside the school? Is it the child they want me to beat? This is exciting. There's just something that's so rank X about. Shut the fuck up, dude. Why should I heal before a fight? He's gonna win all. Okay. I don't get you at all, kid. Jesus Christ. What the hell? Where are my friends? What the hell is this thing? Come on, Flintstones, you got him. Oh no! I fell into his trap! No! Whatever. I wish I knew which ones were like close range moves and which ones weren't. Oh my god! It's Womb Tattoo Guy! Oh shit. A Womb Tattoo Guy really got me. Dang. Oh, ow, that hurts. Oh, this guy really got me with his side beam. What if I went with my Kadabra as well? Like, what would that do? Would we cancel? Oh no, I died. Would we cancel each other out? I'm trying to beat and rob up the grade schooler, but I'm bad at Pokemon. I didn't grow up with this shit, guys. Actually, I did grow up with it. I just used my Empoleon for everything when I was younger. Oh. Bro, you've only almost killed all of my Pokemon. How are you? How am I stronger than you, dude? Oh shit. He's ready for a takedown. Dang. This guy's got hands. It's okay, I got more hands. Yes! Barely! I got ready for a takedown. Okay, I'll just brute force everything. It's fine. I won by the dog killing itself. If I didn't kill the dog, then I'm free. Yay. Oh, I do need to update. Wait, can you update the title, sis, or is that something I gotta do? I'm rank W. Big dubs, chat. I want to try a croissant curry now because one of my favorite foods is curry sandwich. No, we don't. It's okay, Swiss. Don't worry about it then. Yes, I got money to buy stuff, to buy nice stuff. Your favorite junior idol is not doing so hot. Again, I really need to buy pajamas so this bitch doesn't keep sleeping in her outside clothes. Hotel life is nice. I just would like more food. I have not bought food. It's okay, Swiss. My god, this guy is so... whatever. He's so old and wise. Oh, masih kurang serak sama ini. What's... okay, one sec, guys. I got work. Give me like a hot second. Concern si garisnya and wording. I am working, Swizz. I see. Oh. Okay, this is a UI issue, guys. How do I indicate that there are, let's say there's like 12 hours left without saying the word like left, you know? Like, does it remain? Ugh, no. Is it remaining quota? I don't know. Trying to think. Masih kurang serak. No, it's too long because it's not like copywriting or anything. I need to be able to show it without writing it, you know what I mean? Hours to go, T minus. No, this is for like a booking platform, so there needs to be just like an indication for like membership hours. Oh. Kalau itu. The thing is, if the other one doesn't have it. Yeah, ini nggak apa-apa lah. Otherwise, no, it looks good. Yeah. Yes. Jadi intinya itu available in 12 hours, something like that, I guess. Yeah. Yes, okay. Okay, back to gaming. Girl boss needs a break. I should be resting. Oh. Oh, handmade by Naveen. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, cute. Do I have to fight everybody every single time? Oh, what did he say? Apparently there's alpha Pokemon in Wild Zone 6. Wow, I wanna go. Should we go? I think we should go. Let's go. Kalau capitalnya, haha, oke, nggak yang ini. Capital apa? Yang mana ya kan? Oh, an alpha Pokemon is so much better than a beta Pokemon, you know? Oh my god, wait, where can I get a Gumi? Guys, I want a Gumi! I want a Gumi! Guys, I want a Gumi. Oh, I want a Gibble. I want a Gumi. I don't know where to get the Gumi, Swiss. Swiss, I want a Gumi. Oh, Houndoom? Houndorita. And it sees me. Okay, die. Ah! Houndorito! Stay away! Oh my god. Got hands! Ah! Come back, boys! Ah! Phew. Oh wait, okay. Oh. That's an alpha Pokemon. I got scared, guys. I'm not gonna lie, that alpha Pokemon got hands. That alpha got hands. I'm good. Okay, see you later, Rye. Thanks so much for coming. Sydney! Yes! Dapat. Swablu, my baby! But my Pidgeotto is so fucking strong. Swablu. I wonder if I should have my Swablu replace my Swirlix instead, but I don't know. Guys, what should I do? Guys, how should I build my party if I want everyone to be cute but useful? You know what I mean? I'm keeping Flaffy here because I want an Ampharos. Wah, Swablu, lucu. Swablu baby. Okay guys, on the way back down again. Ooh. Don't hit my babies. Shit. Ooh. Yeah, that's right. Fuck you. Oh, there's sludge there. If I go down there, will I be able to find something fun and interesting? If you want to use Swablu, yeah, it's not. I was thinking of swapping Pidgeotto, but Pidgeotto's my boy. Oh, Alpha Binacle. Over here, buddy. Yes. You telling me there's just no like Alpha Magikarp? That's true. I could always trade my evolve, my Swirlix. Swiss, whenever you're online later tonight, can we trade evolve? You think I could still get this thing? Nope. Not anymore. Ah. 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 Okay. Maybe not, guys. Ooh, Medicham. I do have a quick photo. Did I get it? Nope. Nope. I'm good. Ooh. Ooh, coffee menu. That sounds good. I tried. Oh, oh, 1 second. Work, guys. Hmm. Welcome, Fly's Feather. Sorry, I'm doing work right now. Give me like a second. No, I'm rescheduling the work trip, Flick. No such thing as stopping. Sign up today and enjoy a more personalized experience. Do you have more specific benefits? Hello, Indom Soul. I'm dying. I'm currently working right now while also playing games, so just funny stuff, you know. My little Flaffy. Oh, I'm so happy. Flaffy. Flaffy. Luchu! Luchu. Okay, I have 10 minutes, guys. No, we can just chill. So cute. Man, I want to ngafe it now. That'll be nice. What do you think, guys? 8 times the charm? Fuck, nope. Maybe not. Okay, see you later, Triple Dino. Thanks for coming. Hey, bum. Oh, Bambor. Okay, what do we want to do again, guys? What were we doing? I don't remember. Okay. I guess I'm just going around to do side quests. Oh right, taking Ida stuff to her. Well, side quest first, lah. Bonjour! Yeah, she doesn't need her stuff that badly. Still need to find an Eevee, guys. Where do I find an Eevee? I wanna find an Eevee. Everyone has such cool Pokemon. Okay, I'll definitely catch one and show it to you. Do you want to answer to that question? I saw one in the wild and I just didn't get it. So I'm sort of sad. They're hard to catch early game. Yeah, there was like one in an alley. Oh, that's cute. I still want my Sylveon, Swiss. You know me. I'm thinking about her. The Sylveon. Why am I always so sick? God fucking damn it. Hmm? Oh damn. Yay, thanks. Thanks, dude. That's mighty sweet of you. I found my first Eevee on a rooftop by itself. See, that's the thing. I'm pretty sure that you can only find like you'll find Eevees like that, but like I don't know. Maybe it's useless. I'm trying to get on the roof, I'm pretty sure. How am I supposed to get on the roof? Do I get on the roof from here from somewhere else or something? How do I get up there? Usually I'm like sick neutral. Oh, I'm sick sad. Huh. Do I get what? Oh my god, bro. How do I get on the rooftop? Fairy move and high friendship. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Oh my god, what fucking Pokemon is this? Weirdo. Malamar. Ooh. Oh, Oranio. Yeah, I have a PC with Stoneforge. Go check it out. It's super cool. It'll be here forever though, so take your time in getting it. Oh, I miss Pokemon Ami. Malamar is a little strange, I'm not gonna lie. Oh. Didn't know this was a thing. How do I get up there? Replaying Pokemon X just for Pokemon Ami. Yeah. Pokemon Ami was fun. Nope. Viral, do you think I read? I don't like that tone. I don't read, okay? I thought there was just this. I did not know there was this. Like, you're so sweet to think that I read, but I really don't. Yeah, I'm an MMO player. I don't need to read most of the time, you know? Who needs to read anyway most of the time? I don't think I've been here before. Reading is only good when I'm in the mood. If I'm not in the mood, I'm not gonna read. Everything is pretty flat though from the side, but it's okay. Here she is. Oopsies. I wonder what we're gonna wish for. Oh, that's cute. Are we gonna fight then? Oh. Oh. That's cute. No, wait, no, I love the crystal exarch. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Oh, is she all water type? That makes it easy. Oh, my Flappy, don't do that to her. Cute, ice type. I don't know what's effective against ice, guys. Yeah, I know fire. I don't know any of the other matchups though. Like my Heracross would have probably been better. Oh, Staryu! Oh, my baby got confused. This is why I keep a type chart on my phone. That's actually really smart. Okay, let's keep it up. Yay. Oh dear. Oh man. Oh, there we go. Let's go. Okay, I really gotta figure out how to get on that rooftop in Area 5. Oh, hey. Are you police? Oh, I'm scared. Never mind. Stay away from me. I wish I remembered any kind of type matchup, but I'm too busy having fun. Yeah, I don't have to think too hard if I'm having fun, you know? Cute! So, do the Pokemon world have real animals and real birds, or are they just all Pokemon? Just everything? Everything is Pokemon? Okay. You're level 8. Oh my god! Oh my god! Guys, I feel bad. Oh my god! Guys, what the hell? Oh, you want to keep them as Kakuna? Oh no, one of them did evolve. I'll have just a team of Beedrill. And she's so upset about it. The poor Beedrill. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? This girl just hates Pokemon. Oh, hello, Gogoat. Cutie. Wow. Oh, I'm not good at obstacle courses at all. Oh man. Are humans a Pokemon too? Okay. Let's see. Oh shit. Go! Ah! Nope, I'm full. Yeah, I'm giving up. I'll try again. I just fell. Did I just walk off of that? All of the side quests, I feel, all the spin-off games, I feel like were made with so much more love than the actual mainline games, you know? Like Rangers, obviously made with a lot of love. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. What else was made with like a shit ton of love? Conquest, of course. Okay guys, I think I might stop stream soon. I gotta go take a shower soon. I'm stinky. The gauntlet? What? Yes, I'm green because I'm stinky. True, true, true. What the hell? There's more? Let's go! Which way do I go? This way? Oh, shit. It's a little scary, guys. Oof. Yay! I think this is made for kids, guys. Oh man, you gotta lock in? That's sad. That's really sad. So sorry to hear that. What the hell? Okay. Okay, I'll head there too. Okay. Where is he? Where is he, guys? Guys, where is he? we just ignore him? Is he there or is he here? He moves to the north like decently far. Okay. Okay, different guy. Okay. Was I supposed to learn this before? I just sort of brute forced last time. Where is he? I can't believe there's no more. There aren't any more fire types. I haven't caught any other fire types. I see. Okay, I'll do that then. Or I can just walk around until I find something. Oh. Girl, you're an artist. Just imagine there's no brambles. Okay, so does your imagination suck? Is that why you suck as an artist? Is that why you're struggling right now, huh, girly? I have better things to do. I don't know how to get on the roof, Swiss. I'm stupid. If you guys can help me get on the roof, I will owe you forever. I don't know if there is a different entrance. I'll try looking for one. Oh. Okay, are we done? There's a phantom. What does she want to do? Mm. Mm. Okay, sorry. Is there one on the other side of the roof? I didn't know. Yeah, poor Phantom. Okay. Go back to Wild Zone 5, because I'm really annoyed by this. Sorry. Looks like there's an entrance here. How does that make sense though? Is that inside? How do I get there though? Like, is it... Is it this one, Swiss? Or is it through here? Maybe I can go from one of the other exits. Okay. I'll try going in from the other side then. Okay, I'll do this one and then I gotta head off for real. Oh, it is really roundabout, huh? I didn't know there was this place here. Huh, interesting. Cool. I know the sun is getting low. Oh my god. Please burn the right thing, Litleo. Illusory, but oh, what the fuck is that? My quick ball. Ah, shit. Can I? Nope. Revitalizing Twiggy. Oh my god, I know you see me, but please just cut me some slack. Oh my god, it's hidden in here. Oh my god. Ah! Where is it? Ah, it's there. Okay. That was scary. Yay! I got the twig. Guys, I did it. Yay, I'm so smart. That was all me, by the way. I haven't seen an electric. Oh, manatric? Electric? He's just like, where's my friend? Where did my friend go? I did that, guys. I'm so tired. And these wild zones are huge, aren't they? There's nothing here except these things. Okay. I think this is where I'm gonna call it, guys. I'm tired. I'm tired and sick. Yay. Okay, guys. Thanks for coming to stream. I have a lot of responsibilities now. Okay. I'm tired, guys. Thank you, guys. Let me see if I can raid somebody since we got a bunch of raids today. No. Okay, there's nobody. No. Alright, guys. Thanks for coming. This is your favorite Hikijuni idol, Rachie. Over and out. Otsukarichi. Bye-bye.